Hello everyone, welcome again. This video is all about how I got 350 tilapias. I've been looking for tilapia fingerlings for like 2 months. I found someone who was selling them, but the company, I think it's a company, they don't sell less than 500 fingerlings, and I didn't want to get such a large number of fingerlings. 500 are too many for my small pond, considering I have other fish like koi and goldfish. I got another person was selling, but now getting the person to go get me the fingerlings was not easy because himself I'm leaving, nilikuwa napatana na yeye every time he's drunk. I tell him, hey, what about tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I'll tell you tomorrow. And then tomorrow is nowhere to be found again. So, and then I came across a certain video on TikTok. Some guys from Thika, they were selling tilapia fingerlings and catfish fingerlings, and luckily they were selling they don't have a minimum number, so I bought 350 tilapia fingerling. So they simply just put water in a bag, and then add fish, and then add oxygen, as you have seen in the video, and you are good to go. Now the process of adding the new fingerlings to the new pond is simple. Simply just do something called climatization, where you try to match the temperature that is of the water that is in the pond, or like the environment. So there are two methods. You either add water from the pond into the sack slowly for like 20 minutes, drop in slowly, or you just place the sack on the water on the pond and wait for it to match the temperature that is in the pond, the water in the pond, for like 30 minutes. So you have to be patient. If you don't do that, if you just bring your fish and add them into the new pond, they might get something called temperature shock.
Oh, sorry. Nimeinua karatasi hii ni kubwa. Sina.
Iko chini ama mwingine na pepa?
Iko chini.
Those yellow fish are called gold dust mollies, and they were already in the pond for like 2 weeks, I guess. But I rescued them. I removed them from that pond, and I'll show you in another video the pond that I made for them. A patio pond. Very beautiful, has plants and everything. Very beautiful. It's a self-sustaining ecosystem. It doesn't have a air filter. It doesn't have any sort of pump. No water circulation. I don't feed them. They're just surviving. I'll show you in another video. So please make sure you are subscribed to my channel so that you won't miss these videos. There were also guppies in that pond. I removed them because if these tilapias get big enough, they will swallow the guppies and the gold dust mollies. That's why I removed them from that pond. Although there are some fries that I think they got eaten because I never see them anymore in that pond. But I rescued like 8 fries. I'll show you the progress. There's another video I made. I showed you the day one of the fries. There's a video of day one of the fries in my YouTube channel. Check it out. But I'll show you the progress of the fries, the 8 fries that I rescued. They are grown now. There are 5 types of plants that are completely submerged underwater. Those grow that grow underwater, completely submerged underwater. I don't know the names. Even the store where I bought them, the pet store, they didn't tell me the names. They said they don't know. But I'll Google and find out. I'll show you the plants. I've planted them in another patio pond, which is I'll show you each and every plant that is in that water. So the plants help oxygenate the water and absorb nutrients from the water, like ammonia. So the fish poop, and that is ammonia. Due to photosynthesis process, they produce oxygen to the water, so they oxygenate the water. Amazing. But now I love to get these plants out of that water and plant them in a different patio pond where there are no koi or tilapia or goldfish, because I've recently came to learn that koi fish, when they grow big, they will feed on those plants. Right now they are quite small. They won't feed on the plants, but once they grow, they will feed on those plants. Like there won't be any plant in that pond. as long as there's koi fish in that pond, and goldfish and tilapia. They will feed on the plants, so I'll have to take them out and plant them in a separate pond, partial pond, where there are guppies and mollies. Those are small fish fit for aquariums, so they will not eat the plants, so my plants will survive. And but I really wanted them to be in that pond, man. I wanted like a natural looking pond, but we'll see. I'll not take all the plants out. I'll take just some of the plants out and see how many will survive and how long the remaining plants will survive in that pond. Is it true the koi will feed on the plants and finish them, or they'll survive, or is it just the internet blah blah blahs? Internet can tell you anything, man. The only way to find the truth is when you experiment yourself.